So you're short on cash. You want to buy an automobile. You have a room you want to renovate at home. Well, maybe it's a vacation you plan on taking. Well, you've run into a bit of luck. You have an innovative employer. You've worked for this employer for 15 years. You expect to work for another 10 years. You're stable in your job. You're earning $75,000 a year. But your employer comes forward with an innovative suggestion. Your employer is willing to make to you a payment, a one-time lump sum payment now, in exchange, and a large payment, in exchange for your earnings, which you will produce over the remaining 10 years of your career. It's interesting, so you consider the proposal. The employer brings forward a proposal to pay you $500,000 now in exchange for your future earnings. Well, if we do some math and insert the $500,000, the price that your employer is paying for your earnings, as the numerator, and divide that by your annual salary or your earnings of $75,000, the fraction would calculate to 6.66 times. In other words, you have your employer has bought from you your earnings over the next 10 years and paid a factor of 6.66 times your current salary. This is analogous to the price-earnings ratio. Companies, just like you, Apple, Smuckers, Home Depot, Google, need cash from time to time, and they're willing to sell you a portion of their earnings. You do that by buying shares. The amount you pay relative to those earnings, or the price, is the price-earnings ratio and would be calculated just as we did on our hypothetical example. So if we paid $100 for a share of Home Depot stock, which has earnings of $5 per share, then we have paid a price-earnings ratio of 20 times. This ratio is used by the stock markets, perhaps the most often used ratio in the valuation of stocks, and helps us understand how expensive one stock is versus another.